Yeah. Okay. That's cool.
The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, build life. Economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. It's your host.
Hey, Grand Rising to you beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street as we present to you the Money and Power Show, where we discuss money and economics and power, politics, what's going on in today's world and how we can use it to our benefit. It's a lot of things that we don't know, and it's what we don't know that is hurting us the most. And so we try to uncover, discover, and we use one another to get that to happen. Today, we'll be talking about your health and nutrition because your health is your wealth. That's going to be the main topic of our show today. I mean, we got a special guest with us going to be helping us to understand some of the things that we can be doing to boost our immune system, to stay healthy during such a time as this. And I can tell you, it's not about buying all the meat off the shelf, okay? I can tell you that. Maybe you want to clean out your body now. Maybe that's something that you might want to do if you're really concerned about about Rona coming to your doorstep, okay? But 1,000 may fall by my side, 10,000 by my right hand, but it shall not come near me. I'm telling you, one of the best things you can do for your immune system is to get prayed up. Stay prayed up. I can tell you that. That might help. I don't know. Anyway, I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That book that I wrote, guys, is the study of Black wealth. That book is the study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way. But if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. Find that book by simply going to the website, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. Let's see if this thing worked today. It does. Ooh. You pick up your copy. As soon as go to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. That's right, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Pick up your copy today. Good morning, man. Thanks so much, man. Wake up. Thank God we are still here. Yes, we are still here. He's giving us another day. Some people didn't wake up this morning. Some people got taken out, but we are still here. Thank you, Lord. We're still here. While you're connecting, guys, let us know where you're connecting from, what city, what state, what country. I'd love to know just how far our reach is here this morning. We're broadcasting across the World Wide Web, and so this thing go all over the world because we got people in Africa, we got people in Germany, we got people all over just spreading out the good word, saying, hey, man, we come to get some of that good stuff. I mean, we got enough bad media going on. How about we have some thinking media? And this is the financial education station, so looking forward to being able to share some things with you here this morning. Located over on YouTube, man. Thanks so much for joining Grand Rising to your brother. Miss Vivian Reed is up in the house, up in here. Brooklyn, New York is representing. Good morning to you, man. Hey, what's going on? Okay, Charles in South Carolina. Thanks so much, man, for joining us over Instagram. We're broadcasting across Facebook and Instagram and YouTube this morning live. Right, live, man. So when we mess up, we can't take it back. It is what it is, okay? It is what it is, man. Today's show is being sponsored by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace. I did all that yesterday, huh? Oh, Lord. Oh, y'all remember that? Oh, I did that. Yeah, let me get rid of that. The stimulus pack, we did that last night, by the way. ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, was specialized in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, also Black art-inspired gifts, man. It's a great time to pick you up some personal care products. But I want to show you guys, we do actually have a bookstore, okay? And in this bookstore, we have some financial literacy books that you can use, especially for the kids. And so we do want to feature today our Wesley Learns book, Wesley Learns to Invest. So you can pick up a copy here to be able to bring some financial education to your children with our book, Wesley Learns to Invest. You can find it in our bookstore on ERGJ Black Bazaar, which powers and helps out ERGJ Enterprises, okay? So one of our features today, Wesley Learns to Invest. Check out the website, www.theblackbazaar.com, www.theblackbazaar.com. I want you to remember this, that once you shop black, beautiful people, You never go back. And once you start shopping black, oh, that's it. I'm staying. That's right. Once you shop black, you never go back. Also, Big Sis Media. You guys were with us last night. We talked about, man, one of the things that I recommend that people do is it's time for you to start your online business, your family online business. And if you need help doing that, well, Big Sis Media can help you with your website, help you with your graphics, help you with your trailers, whatever it is that you're trying to do to present to the public so you can get them to buy from you. We are moving to an age of peer-to-peer buying and shopping. We're getting back. We're using technology, but we're going back to the neighborhood, right? Well, where am I going to get my soap from? Where am I going to get my toothpaste from? It's going to be from the people that's in your neighborhood. It's just going to be virtual. And I'm telling you, you need to start selling something that's, and let me say this, okay? Sell something that's essential. See, the way that I'm successful is because I think like this: what are people going to buy anyway? And I'm telling you, you can see right now, what they buying anyway. And it ain't clothes, okay? It ain't the Jordans right now. That ain't what they buying. They buying food. They buying cleaning supplies. They buying stuff. This is stuff that they gonna still buy toothpaste. So that's why I sell toothpaste. They gonna still buy water. That's why I sell water. They gonna still buy cleans to clean their clothes. That's why I sell that stuff. Think about stuff that people are going to buy anyway and start selling some of that stuff. Okay? Start selling some of that stuff. Man, check out Big Sis Media, which is going to help you with your creative design. They're a full-service creative design agency, and they're here to look over your most critical creative needs like a Big Sis would. www.bigsismediagroup.com, www.bigsismediagroup.com. Check them out today, okay? What's going on, Wakita? Wakita's in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining. Miss Phyllis George is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining. So today, guys, here on the Money and Power Show, your health is your wealth. So yesterday, we took a look at coronavirus, which we'll still do today, get an update. But we had a scientist on, all right? We had a scientist on to really break some things down. Today, we have, I guess you would call her a nutritionist of some sort. She's physical fitness, nutritionist, and she's an all-around dope chick, okay? She's that black girl magic. And so she's going to be sharing some things with you guys today. We'll be taking a look at a company today as well. We didn't get all into that because I know when we start talking, guys, we just have fun. And the next thing you know, it's time to get up out of here. So we're going to still have fun. We're going to have financial fun. And we're going to learn something today. And hopefully you implement some of these things so you can be here tomorrow. Because I need you to stay alive. I mean, because y'all some of the most intelligent people that's walking around. I need you to be here because all the dumb people running the country. We need the smart people to stay alive, okay? That's what we need. We need smart people to stay alive, man. Good morning to you, Mr. Freeman. So let's start with we always got to pay homage to our ancestors. Let's start with our inventor of the day. So we do have our African-American inventor of the day. And I didn't put this in here. I got to update this. And her name is Sarah E. Goode. So our inventor of the day, Sarah E. Goode. This comes out of the book African-American Inventions That Changed the World. African-American Inventions That Changed the World. So Sarah E. Goode, what did you do? So Sarah E. Goode is the first African-American woman to receive a U.S. patent. She's the first African-American woman to receive a U.S. patent. She's the first African-American woman to receive a U.S. patent. In 1885, she invented the folding cabinet bed. The folding cabinet bed. And it looks like this thing turned into what we would now call, it looked like it turned into the sofa couch or the sofa bed. But back then it was a cabinet bed. So it looked like she was working. I'm looking at this thing at a cabinet that she might work on. She can fold the cabinet up, and up under the cabinet came out of bed. So she slept where she worked. Yeah, look at this. Let me read this again. So let's read this. We don't normally read these, the whole thing, but let's read it. Okay. So while Sarah was living in Chicago, she became an entrepreneur. She opened a furniture store on Chicago's South Side. Many of her customers were working class people who lived in small homes or studios. They had a minimum amount of living space and expressed their concern of not having enough room to add furniture. Goode had an idea of creating a piece of furniture that would serve multiple uses. Not only multiple streams, multiple uses. Her device would allow people to utilize the space in their homes more efficiently. Wow, she invented a folding cabinet bed. This piece of furniture was a bed that could be converted into a desk. I'm telling you, we be coming up with all kind of stuff. We be coming up with all kind of stuff. Man, when the bed was not being used, it included a mechanism that completely transformed it into a roll-top desk, complete with compartments for stationery, along with writings. I need this right now. Where the hell the cabinet bed at now? I can use a cabinet bed. Okay, I can use a rolling cabinet bed. I ain't never seen no cabinet bed. I can use a cabinet bed. If this thing I'm using right now turned into a bed, oh my goodness. Wow. Her invention is the predecessor to the Murphy bed. Goode received a patent for the invention in 1885. 1885. Woo! Wow. Making her the first African-American woman to be awarded a U.S. patent. Here on the Money and Power Show, Miss Sarah E. Goode, we put some respect on your name. That's right, man. A little bit of Black history, man. I'm pretty sure none of y'all, anybody knew that? I learned something today. That's right. Pineapples. I'm going to learn something today. Oh, Lord. Ooh, Sarah E. Goode. That's what's up. Now, we're going to do a little coronavirus update, guys. I know you guys are wanting to do this. And before I do that, let me bring my guest in because she's going to be on the screen anyway. What's going on with you, Tremaine, man? Thanks so much for joining. Let me go ahead and bring my guest in, man. What's going on with you, Kenata? I got to unmute you. What's going on?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Man, good boy. I'm doing absolutely phenomenal, man. What you think about Sarah E. Goode, huh?
Man, I could use that. You know I'm a busy person.
Absolutely.
I need it.
Well, thanks so much for taking the time to be with us here on the Money and Power Show, man. There's some people who don't know who the hell you are. They see your name. They're like, okay, who's this woman? So if you could tell the people who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, why the hell we should be listening to you.
Okay, so my name is Kenata, and I'm actually a health coach. Herbalife is the brand that I use mostly. And basically what that is a nutritional based products that will actually help us to perform better, feel better. And it's just absolutely amazing. I do promote physical activities as well. I actually have a group chat where I post workout videos, and I'm just doing overall health and wellness, guys. That's what we need. That's what we lack. And one thing I noticed when you ask or when people suggested what you should do to help prevent the coronavirus, nobody mentions health and building your immunity system. So that is what I wanted to implement, because they're telling you wash your hands, cover your mouth, the basic things that your parents should have taught you anyways. But they're not telling you the most important thing, which is boost your immune system to be able to fight off these viruses. So that's what I want to be able to recommend today.
Absolutely, and let us say, Kenata, that it's not just right the coronavirus, not just Tenderona, okay, not just Tenderona we're talking about, right? Because we do understand as a people, we do understand where we're headed. We found this out, talked about this a little bit yesterday. We're now getting into April, which is spring, and a lot of people have some allergies to pollen and things like that. We're just kind of exiting or still in the midst of flu season, right? Along with Rona season. So you got really those are three seasons where we see a lot of sickness, and a lot of people who don't get sick start to take on those sicknesses because they're around people who get sick, right? So building your immune system. This is your defense. Everybody putting comments on defense. This is your defense. This is your body playing defense. Say, no, not today. Not today, flu. Nope, not today, allergy. Not today, cold. Not today. I don't even think tomorrow, but it's definitely not today. This is your body, right? Going out for you. What the body does, the beautiful body does, by the way. I mean, the body is your temple is so precious. Your temple is so beautiful. Your temple is saying, can you keep me clean? Right? Y'all all clean. Listen, what is it like to go clean a building on the outside and you walk on the inside? You're like, what the monkey? What the monkey? And I believe that's where many of us are. And when we talk about the temple, which is our own body, we all fresh and clean on the outside. But then you start digging into what we're doing on the inside. It's a little different. So we're going to talk about some of the things you can do to clean your insides. Oh yeah, I mean, when last time you got your clothing cleaned? I mean, come on, come on now, right? Y'all got stuff all stuffed up in here. But anyway, Miss Kenata, man. So what we're gonna do first, Kenata, we're gonna take a little quick update here with Tenderona here. We want to make sure what's going on with Tenderona. That's right, man. So you got to start talking different because you know how Facebook and all that stuff do. They be like, oh, these people trying to educate people about this stuff. We get a kid they're going to we're not talking about that other word. We're talking about Tenderona. And y'all know the Morse code for what Tenderona is. So anyway, I thought what I would do, guys, I've just been plugging around because I like to look at stuff, get data, and really provide information for people that's useful. And so what I did was I came over to Corona.health, and you can start breaking things down by medical conditions. So they have a little chart here that talks about across the globe, your mortality rate by age to this particular virus. And you see, if you're 80 and above, that's the highest mortality rate, 14.8. And this is across the world for all cases. 70 through 79 is the next highest mortality rate at 8. Then you start getting to 60 to 69, 3.6. And then you get to 50 to 59, 1.3. And then you get down to 0.4 if you're 40. If you're 50, under 50 years old, we're talking about a less than 0.5% of a mortality rate. So I just want you to consider where you are right now, how old you are, right? Then we start getting over to gender. More men have passed away, right? They're 2.8 death rate versus women. So more men have passed away across the globe from this outbreak, right? And then pre-existing conditions, right? Cardiovascular disease, 10.5, right? Diabetes, 7.3, chronic respiratory disease, 6.3, hypertension, 6, cancer, 5.6. So these are 5 pre-existing conditions that they have charting, and they're getting stats from. Say, okay, who's really affected the most? Who's passing away? Based upon age, based upon gender, based upon your pre-existing conditions. Is this not good information to get and to know to help to reduce your fear or your? I think fear comes from not knowing. A lot of fear comes from just not knowing. Like, you're right, and these could be right, could be wrong. I don't know, but to me, I like to be armed with information, man. Do you think this information kind of helps you to understand this thing a little bit better, Kinana?
It does.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
man.
it does.
All right, so what we'll do, I'm going to go back now. That's the mortality rate. So I can do it by age. I can compare countries, daily briefings, and all this stuff. But here we go, guys. Tenderona update. So across the globe, since this thing has, taken shape, and I guess since January, I guess we have 225,000 people that have been infected. Out of those 225,000, we have 9,200 confirmed deaths. Out of those 225,000, we have 85,000 confirmed recoveries. Out of those, as of today, I guess that would be as of now, we have 6,900 people infected today. I guess that's new. I guess this would be new infections. 335 deaths today, and recovered today, 1,400 recovered today. Okay. We can break this down by country. We can break this down by state if we like to. And again, I'm in the United States, so I'm going to break this down by state. But let's understand that China was the biggest, had the biggest impact. And look at this. Yesterday we looked at it. They had 9,000 cases active. They're now down to 7,000 cases active. So China is healing. Okay, that's what's going on. China is healing, by the way. So that's why they don't talk about China in the news, because China is healing. Italy is still trying to figure this thing out. They got 3,600 that were infected. They had a confirmed 2,900 deaths. They got a confirmed 4,000 recoveries, but they're still working with 2,800 people, 28,000 people in the country of Italy. Now we can go to Iran is next, Spain is next, Germany is next, but here, United States. United States, as of today, we have 9,500 confirmed infections. Now think about that. How many people in the United States and how many confirmed infections do we have? Think about this. In the United States, we only have 155 confirmed deaths since the beginning of the year. Okay, like let's really. I know what could be possible, but what could be possible is a whole bunch of nothing or a whole bunch of something. 155 deaths since the beginning of the year, when we know that there have been a whole bunch of deaths from other stuff, but yet this is the thing that's driving all of the hysteria. Let's keep going. I ain't gonna say nothing because this Tenderona, and y'all gonna let y'all roll in y'all own business. 108 confirmed recoveries. We only have active 9,200. We haven't even hit 10,000 infections yet. We got 9,200 active. They could recover. They could pass away. It's just they're still working with those people. But we're starting to have the National Guard come in. We got curfews being implemented across the country. And we ain't nowhere close to China, Italy, Iran, or Spain. Come on now. Can't make this stuff up. As of today, I guess that'll be in the past 24 hours. Only 205 confirmed infections or people got infected over the past 24 hours. Only 5 deaths confirmed over the past 24 hours. Only 2 recovered, confirmed in the past 24 hours. Now we started breaking down by state. Okay, I'm in Georgia, Kenana. Let's look at Georgia. Georgia, look at this. Georgia has the National Guard out. They just implemented a curfew in South Fulton. We only have 197 confirmed infections in Georgia. Only 197 confirmed infections in Georgia. Only 4 deaths since the beginning of the year. 4 people died this morning that wasn't infected. More people died that wasn't infected this morning than deaths that have come from this infection since the beginning of the year. This, to me, this is getting ridiculous. Okay? Yes, we should be precautious, but my God, why are we taking it to the extreme to say listen, I'm so glad that they kept the beaches open in Florida. Because they like, listen, we going to keep going to the beach. We're going to keep swimming. We're going to keep living our best life. I don't know what the heck is going on, but these numbers to me do not represent the response.
There's a different motive.
Huh?
They got a different motive. It don't got nothing to do. This is just a facade.
Yeah,
I get.
We're not gonna go. See, we can't go there with these people today. We're gonna go offline. You know, online we can't. They're not ready to really have these conversations. But so anyway, that's the Tenderona update by the numbers that they are providing. Okay, but they are providing. But today we want to talk about some things that you should be considering for your household, for your health, for your defense, for any virus that might come across your pathway. We heard from the CDC, we heard from the World Health Organization of the things that you should do. You should do, be washing your hands and coughing in your elbow and all that stuff anyway, right? I guess quarantine. Listen, for you to tell me, right, to not to be around people, but you around people is a total mockery to me. It's totally hypocritical. To me, it's totally hypocritical to close the strip club, but FedEx is still open. UPS is still open. Walmart is still open. It's totally hypocritical to me for you to tell me where I can and cannot go, but yeah, you still have these places where people gather still open. The mall. Listen, Kiana. South DeKalb Mall, you go over there yesterday, they had about 150 cars out there. They're still open. You didn't close the mall, but you closed the strip club. Come on now. Anyway, I'm enough on my tangent. You're here to share with us some things as it relates to eating, nutrition, exercise. I guess that would be diet, eating diet. All right, I'm gonna use the right words with the right people. So talk to us a little bit about, man, some things that for people to help with their health, to help with their immune system. Some things that they could get, some things that they may consider buying at the store, whatever the case may be.
Okay. So the first thing I would actually want to tell people to do is to do a cleanse or a detox. Now, people think that those two are the same thing, but they're not. So the detox is what makes you go to the bathroom. The cleanse is what's going to actually pull out bad things from your organs. Most of your immune system is housed within your intestines. And that is what you need to keep clean. So you ever hear the term where they say you are what you eat? technically that is true. I'm gonna explain why. Because your cells are going to multiply based off of the resources that you put in your body. So if you feed your cells trash, then you will be made up of trash. But if you feed your cells healthy food, then you will be made up of healthy food, nutrition. That's what you want. That's why you would feel less tired, groggy, and it has a lot to do with your emotions, how you feel. Because if you feel weighed down, then it shows in your attitude, honestly. And so I would suggest everybody do a cleanse. I do make cleanses myself. For $10, you get a box, 7-day cleanse, and then another $10 you can get a detox. You can go to Walmart if that's what you choose to do. I make mine at home organically from fruits and vegetables and herbs. I don't know what they putting in their stuff, but the choice is yours.
Hold
I'll
on,
start
Lex,
off with that.
did you just say you make a cleanse for $10 and you make a detox
And
for $10? So tell me how that works. Do I detox first, then cleanse, or I do them at the same time? Because I'm about to spend $20 with you. I just need to know walk me through the instructions for this thing. So, yeah, because do I just keep eating how I've been eating? Do I fast doing this?
no,
I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just asking questions because people just we ain't if we ain't really done it like that. We ain't about that nutritious life. We ain't about that healthy life. We ain't been about that. So I try to make sure I act like I don't know nothing because I want to make sure I get it right. Go ahead.
Okay, so you want to do the cleanse first, and this is why. The cleanse again is going to pull all the trash out of your organs, your liver, your intestines, your heart, every organ you have. You want to cleanse it, right? But because your intestines is basically the trash compactor, you're cleansing your organs to get all of the dirt and trash into your intestines, excuse me. Now that you've gotten that part situated, then you will take the detox afterwards to cleanse out all the trash that just went to your intestines. So that's why I do the cleanse first and then you do the detox last. During that process, while you're removing trash, you want to be able to put good, healthy food back in your body. So, yes, you will be. I would not say a diet. Me, for say, I don't consider it a diet because it should be a lifestyle. And so you will want to refrain from fried food, greasy food, anything that is fast food, extremely processed foods, which is most of what you see in America today. So when you're going to the grocery stores and a lot of people snatching up canned goods and meat that I don't know how old it is, you should actually be looking more so at the fresh foods or even the frozen vegetables. If you don't know how long it's going to last, if you want to get frozen, even that's a better option than getting what's in the can because it doesn't expire and that's not a good thing. Too many preservatives. So refrain from eating those type of foods. For a lot of people who always say, well, is it okay to eat meat? Can I eat meat? Yes, you can eat meat. I would just say be selective about what type of meat that you eat. This is not me telling you what to do, but I'm making a high suggestion. I eat most of my meat diets are salmon and chicken breast. Sometimes not even that because I feel like they put a lot of steroids in chicken. But I'm also selective about what brand I get. I get Simple Truths, even though it costs more, it's better for you. And I bake it. Sometimes if I really want something fried, but I don't want it, I don't believe in that. So I use an air fryer. And that will give it that it works just as good, guys. I promise you it do. And that's what I do. And so yes, while you're eating well, you're gonna be eating well while you're cleansing, excuse me.
Okay,
Okay.
so is this cleanse? Is it what? Is it a 7-day cleanse, 3-day cleanse? What is it?
Yes. I have 7 days and 10 days. It's actually five on each side per box for the 10-day cleanse. So it's the right side is a parasite remover, the left side is the organ cleanser. What you do is you take it at night at the end of your day because you're done eating at that time. You take it in the form of a tea and you just boil you hot water. I don't like to use the microwave. That's a whole nother story we'll get into another time. But you boil hot water and you put it in a teacup. Actually, I got an example. I'll pull one out.
Oh, we got examples up here. That's what I'm talking about. Up in here, man. All right, man. So we're talking about everybody putting on so my health is my wealth. We're talking about staying healthy. We're talking about cleansing yourself. I mean, isn't this a great time to cleanse yourself? Isn't this a great time to go on a semi-fast? Isn't this a great time to do that? I mean, I mean, I don't see no better time than this. I mean, if it drives us to go buy all the stupid stuff out the store, shouldn't it drive us to protect ourselves? I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. You know, we can't keep living how we've been living for most of us, and I'm not gonna say for everybody, and expect to get different results. Matter of fact, I want you to think about this now, because I know we got some people that's really into health that are joining us with us today. Many of us, like, let's be honest, many of us we understand the habits that we have, and we know where those habits can lead us. You got good habits, you know it's going to lead you to good results. You got bad habits, you know it's going to lead you to bad results. Let's just take that to our health. We got good eating habits, we know it'll lead us to good results, long life, giving ourselves the best opportunity to live as long as we can. We got bad eating habits, we know that where that could lead us. And so we can't, no one's going to change until they want to change, but my goodness, right? If we see an enemy at bay and we just say, you know what, we just going to keep doing what we've been doing and we're going to keep eating how we've been eating, that just don't make much good sense to me. And I'm not the smartest tool in the toolbox. You know what I mean? I was born tonight, but I wasn't born last night. I'm just saying, it just doesn't make good sense to me. So Kenyatta, when I went to the store, I went and said, shoot, bump all that stuff that's on the shelf that don't have no expiration. If it ain't in the if I ain't got to refrigerate it, I probably don't need to get it, or freeze it. I probably don't need to get it. So I went with the whole jug of this green goodness, this little smoothie. It's got 3 servings of apple, 1 serving of pineapple, 4 servings of mango, 1/3 of banana, 1 of kiwi, 100% juice. I'm gonna be drinking on this. This is like my little cleanse. I don't know if it's gonna cleanse me or not, but shoot, it's a whole lot better than that soda I was gonna get. Right, that just sit on the floor and it never expires. How many guys got soda in your household and you realize it don't expire? You never have to put it in the refrigerator. You just sit it down, right? And you come and then you add it to the refrigerator after you open it. Think about this for a second. And that's what I'm drinking. That's what I'm going to drink through this whole 3 weeks of isolation. It ain't making no sense. Your health is your wealth. If you're not willing to protect yourself and your children, something is wrong. Okay? Something is wrong. Anyway, go ahead, Kenyatta. Show us what you got.
All right, so this is one of the 10-day cleanses, all right? So as you see, there are tea bags in here. Now, when I give them to any of my customers or clients, I always put it in a divider in between, but the divider is actually an instructional card when you unfold it. But anyways, the right side is actually a parasite remover. Any worms that you might have, and a lot, best believe me, humans have worms. It will kill them, it can expel them. So the left side is actually your organ cleanser. What you do is you rotate each night. So at the end of your night, you will take the parasite remover, just one, and then the next day at night, you will take the organ cleanser, and you keep going back and forth until you finish. Once you're done, then you take the detox to get the rest of the remnants that might have been left over or would house itself into your intestines. And that will restart your system, actually will help you with your metabolism. Not all the way, it's just a jump start now. To keep your metabolism going, you got to keep eating every 3 hours. And healthy food, of course. And that is a good cleanse. So I would start off with that. Now, as far as what I eat throughout the day, so when everybody went crazy and bought all the processed food out of the store, I went and ordered my Herbalife shakes. Now, do I eat this all day, every day? Everybody asks me. No, I do still eat real food. Let me put that out there. And what that is this is my meal. I take it for breakfast and I also take it for dinner. That's a weight loss program. If you want to just maintain where you are, you take it once a day. This actually has all the vitamins that you need, not the full consumption of vitamins that you should take a day, but all that you need within one serving. Does that make sense? So let's say you're supposed to have 100 grams of protein. Well, it has a portion of it, or you're supposed to have a certain amount of vitamin C. It has a portion of it. So you do still need multivitamins, and that's something you should be taking every day anyways. The difference between our brand of multivitamins and everybody else's is you take it 3 times a day in small portions. This is actually better because although you might be taking the vitamins every day, you can only absorb so much at one time. If you try to take 3 regular vitamins a day, you'll be constipated. But if you take 3 smaller dosages, of multivitamins, then you'll absorb it over time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me slow you down just a little bit because people. This could be very new for a lot of people, but let me say this, guys, and I got you, Jen. So we got two boxes already. I'm getting one. Jen's getting one. I'll pick both of them up today. Anybody else saying they need to get a box, just let us know. If you want to get a cleanse from a sister who knows what they're talking about. We got Tisha here, who's in health, who I guess a lot of years in healthcare, I believe, Ms. Benjamin. We have Lovey Hobbs, who's here, who's establishing some alternative health. Something you got going on, natural patio. Lovely, we got to bring you on one day, by the way. You got a lot of information, you got a lot of knowledge to share. Love, we got to bring you on so we can get this stuff out here for these people. I mean, it ain't gonna do no good sitting up in your head. Okay, it ain't gonna do no good up there. I mean, you can't take it with you. Might as well give it out. Okay. What about some of the ones that don't eat and only eat one meal per day? Okay, we're gonna get to these questions. All right, I got you, Loki. Good question. I want to come back to your other question, Loki, because you asked, do I think that the quarantine will cause the economy to go into a recession or eventually crash? We're already in a recession. So yes, the quarantine will cause a recession because people are not going to be going out and spending at certain places they used to spend. They're not going to be traveling. Right? You already knew the answer to this. So I guess you were trying to ask for the other people. I got you. So yes, we are already in a recession, but everything will not decline. The thing about money is it only moves. There's going to be a slowdown in people buying, but people are still going to spend money. Money just moves to a new destination. It doesn't stop moving. It might slow down. It might move a little slower, but it still is going to move. And so we'll actually take a look. I mean, tonight I'll be taking a look at some things like, okay, this is where money is going right now. That's just what it is. It's just cyclical. Okay. So he asked, but before I do that, so Kenyatta, here's what I want to say to you, because I think when I first met you and talked to you, and we kind of have had some conversations, you're part of the BBC, I'm just so proud of you, because what I find is that people get into these organizations because they're always kind of, I want to make some money, blah, 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 versus finding something that complements what they do. So you being into fitness, you being into nutrition, and then you adding Herbalife as a complement to what you do was just very fucking smart. Okay? It's just smart. People are not smart. People jump into it and they don't care nothing about nutrition. They're just trying to sell some stuff. And so they can't correlate the importance of what it is that they're selling. They have no passion behind it, but they just say, hey, somebody else was in Herbalife that made some money, so maybe I can do it too. So I'm just super proud that you used your brain and said, okay, what can I add to what I already do that will make sense, that I can also provide products and also knowledge and also, and life to people in this particular industry I'm in, because you care about people's health. That was just super freaking smart. And I just think it's super dope. And I hope other people take notice of this, right? Don't just jump into these companies because somebody else made some money. Does it complement what you do? Right? I had a lady one day. She was in dance, and she was a dance major and stuff. And as I was working with her, she decided to jump into life insurance or something like that. And I was like, this does not match. Like, what are you doing? Right? But so many people chase money versus chasing passion or chasing mission. Like they chase money and it gets them all off course, gets them all out of their lane, and then they come back and like, that was stupid. That was such a waste of time. They start chasing the birds instead of staying in the field. Everybody put it down, so stay in your lane. Start chasing the birds instead of staying in the field. You find yourself broke, busted, disgusted, wasting a lot of time chasing birds when you should have stayed in your field. Anyway, let's answer this question for Loki Saucy. Ms. Kenyatta said, hey, what about some of us that don't eat and only eat one meal per day? Why are you doing that? We don't know, but we get busy and we forget to eat. But help us out. Help our brother out with this one.
That's actually the worst thing that you could do for your body. The only exception that I would say is when you're doing a fast. And I still would not recommend that you do that for long, because eventually you're going to put your body into starvation mode. A lot of people would like to argue, but science don't back up anything else. So if you are not eating more than once a day. You need at least 4 meals a day, 4 healthy meals. I really say six, but at least four. And if you're only eating once a day, then your body's going to store everything that you're eating because it doesn't know when it's going to get that next meal. And it won't break it apart until you really can't get any more resources to fuel your body. So, with that being said, it'll never get to the point where it's breaking it down because then you're still going to be eating once a day. So it won't actually take into effect till you get to the point where you're not eating anymore at all for days. And so it's not good for you. It can spike blood pressure sometimes, and it also will hold on to sugar because you're not taking enough to release. Unless you're drinking enough water, then you could kind of counteract it.
You know what I'm realizing, as you're talking? I don't think that people understand how their body's supposed to work. Right? When you just
Okay.
said, like your intestines are a trash compactor, and if you're not eating enough, then that means your body's going to store that which you do eat, whether good or bad, just so it can store something. So I don't really think
Yeah.
people understand, like, from consumption to digestion to the spread of good to the sifting of the bad to the emptying of the trash and consistent and then obviously keeping your body hydrated so things can flow through your body. Like, can you try to break down? This is A&P, anatomy and physiology. Can you try to break down? Can you just try? I mean, in your own way, in the simplest terms, break down the flow of food to butt and urine in the human body.
Okay, I'll do the best that I can because I don't have all the answers, but I know I'm pretty knowledgeable. So the first part of the digestive system is actually your mouth. Once you chew the food, that's the first part of digestion. The saliva softens it. You chew it, you break it down. So basically, the digestion is breaking down of food. So your mouth is the first part. Once it goes down into the esophagus, you're going to your cells are going to start picking apart what it wants once it gets to the small intestines, excuse me. And then what it does not want goes down to the large intestines. Now, if you stop putting food into your body, eventually it'll still release some just because it's gonna make space for what's to come next. But the large intestines is called the large intestines for a reason. It's very large. It's longer than how tall you stand. Don't have the exact numbers, but I know if I was to pull my intestines out and stretch it, it would be taller than me, and I'm 5'4". So, with that being said, it will hold as much as it possibly can if you're not putting anything in it. And that's where the problem comes where people are not going to the bathroom enough. So you're actually supposed to go 2 to 3 times a day. Some people go days without it, without making a release, or having a bowel movement. That is why, because you're not eating enough, or you eat that one large meal and your body's trying to hold on to it. Now, if you're not drinking any water on top of that, that makes it even harder because the water softens the food to make the travel more smoothly. And if you don't have that lubrication, then how's it going to, get it out? Does that make sense? Did I break that down enough?
Hey, you got me thinking about a whole bunch of stuff, lubrication. But yes, absolutely right. So man, water, guys. How many guys be honest and say I'm not drinking enough water? Right? And
You need 64 ounces.
right. How many guys will be honest? You know what? you're not drinking enough water. You look at what is excreted from your body, and you see it's super dark. Not enough water, right? A lot of toxins, not enough water, right? You go and it just ain't coming out. It's for some reason it's got the butt hurts. Not drinking water. I mean, can we talk about real stuff with real people? Okay, I ain't afraid. I ain't scared. I ain't scared at all. Not drinking enough water. Okay. Hey, since that's all we have to learn over the past years, I stay in my lane. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Return to the earth. Absolutely. Thanks so much, Tisha. Would you recommend eating several small meals?
Yes, I do. That is exactly what you should do. So my basic everyday, I'm going to tell you what I do every day. It's up to you whether you listen. This is my breakfast that I'm having now. 3 hours later at 11:45. I'm gonna have this apple along with some soy nuts. This one's pretty big, so I'll probably cut this apple in half. And I have it along with soy nuts. You want to mix your fats with your fruits. You don't want to really mix fats with protein because actually protein opens up the cell to receive. So if you're putting fats in afterwards, then it's going to be receiving the fats as well. So don't do it too often. Dairy and meat is really not something that we should do, but we do it. I'm guilty of that too. I'm not perfect. I do like meat on my, cheese on my chicken sometimes. So I'll have those salmon burgers with cheese on it. I usually try to get the vegan cheese, but it's not really something that we should do. So that would be my snack. Would be soy nuts or any type of trail mix and a fruit is what I mix together. Yes, the body needs water, 64 ounces, which is approximately 4 bottles of water or more. And that's the minimum, guys. I'm not saying, they say you should drink your weight, but the minimum should definitely be 4 bottles of water or 64 ounces. And then 3 hours later, I have.
Let me add this, Kenana, because I really, listen, I think it's important. I mean, all of these stats of what should be done, could be done. Everybody's different height, different weight. Listen, start paying attention to your body. Okay? Start paying attention to your body. For real, like sometimes you get lightheaded. It's probably telling you to drink some water. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to your body. These are all recommendations that are good for the general, person. And we know everybody's different height, different weight, all this stuff. But man, here's the question. Are you paying attention to your body? Are you listening to your body? Are you studying your own body? Like, okay, in the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that your body told you can't eat no more. You used to be young, you used to eat everything, you used to consume everything. But as you got older, your body, you try to eat that thing again, your body said, Then you said, okay. You said, okay, that didn't work out too well. Then you forgot. Then you tried it again like 6 months later, your body's like, And you were like, oh no, look what's going on. And you said, okay, I guess I can't eat that no more. I guess I can't drink that no more. And then you tried it again. You was like 6 months later, you forgot. You went to your friend's birthday party. They had it down, and you had it, and your body said, And you're like,
Not here.
Was something that your body has told you at whatever age you are right now that you simply cannot eat anymore. It rejects it. I mean, it'd be like Matumbo, not in my house. Huh? I can't drink milk no more. Or whatever it is they call milk. I can't drink it no more. I can't do the ice cream with that kind of milk. I can't drink that milk. I damn sure can't. Listen, Kenana, I can't eat none of this cheese that they putting on the cheeseburgers at none of these fast food restaurants. They be asking, you want cheese in your grits? No, because that ain't cheese. I know what cheese is. I go to the store, I get Goode, I get Monster. That's cheese. What y'all putting on the burgers, I can't eat. No cheese, please. Right? I'm listening to my body. I mean, I'm getting better. Okay? I'm making progress. Everybody put out some progress. Right? I'm drinking this right now. I don't know if it's the absolute best thing, but it's damn sure better than what I've been drinking. Okay? I'm making progress. Okay? I'm just saying. Right? Right. She said, I no longer can eat Twitters. What are Twitters? You talking about Twizzlers? What the heck must be Twizzlers. Must be Twizzlers, right? Absolute doctor taught me to pay attention to my body. Absolutely. My body also rejects pork. Look at this. Pork. I can't eat pork no more. I just don't take it. And you might just be thirsty now. Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
What's something that your body tell you just you can't eat no more? You might try.
Well, let me tell you. So I have recently discovered that I cannot eat simple carbs too well, and that's, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, simple carbs are the ones like piece of bread, any of those type of carbs. Not the carbs that's naturally found in meats or naturally found in the foods already, but the ones that we make. So if I eat too much bread or anything of that nature, I actually start cramping in my abdomen very badly, and it's like on and off pain. Um, and I just don't do it anymore. So I will every now and then, but I know where to stop at. And yeah, it's a pain I don't like. I don't want to feel that. So it's better. It's better for you anyway. You shouldn't be eating it. So that's my story.
Absolutely, man. Hopefully, y'all hopefully getting something from today, man. I just like to have fun, man. But this is just grown. This is just adult conversation, man, about life and the body and health, nutrition. Whew. All right, let's see what you got. Now, here's the deal, Kenyatta, for real, Twizzlers. Here's the deal. Like, listen, honey, I'm gonna have to work with you for real. Because you got too much knowledge and you care too much about people for you not to be more visible. Okay? I gotta work with you. I gotta work with you, man. You go, I know you did your little fitness workouts and stuff, and I gotta work with you, man. You got a lot of value. You bring a lot of value to the community. We gotta make sure we give you the proper platform that is on a regular basis, right? These should be talks we're having all the time. You know what I mean? You coming in and just sharing something new that you learned, or something new that you're trying out, or some workout that you're doing. This has got to be. We got to make this more visible using the technology and the tools that we have. And this is the time. Listen, this is a perfect time if you're in the health field, healthcare, nutrition, fitness. This is the perfect time for you to build an army of people that you have helped get through this time. This is the perfect time. I mean, when else are you going to prove that all the stuff that you've been saying all these years is right? Okay? When's the best time to do that? When everybody's like, I don't know if I'm going to live tomorrow. Okay? So when I come get the detox today, we'll talk. Because, yeah, we got to do something, honey. It's just you're too quiet. You too not that you're too quiet. I mean, I know you do your meal plans, you putting stuff out. I know you're doing what you know to do to be able to, make sure that people know that you exist. But yeah, we got to do something. It's long overdue. Long overdue. Hey, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna take a look at the market real quick. I know every time we got somebody on, we don't get, but we gotta kind of look at this. This is important because everything comes back to my look at us. Watch she sips the smoothie. While she sips the smooth, that's right, man. News that you can use, guys. You want to run through this real quick. Here's the deal, man. $1 trillion deficits, and there's zero rates. That's where we are right now. Here's this Tesla, right? They're staying open. The factory in California is staying open. Do you think Tesla cares about the people, or the factory? Well, we're not supposed to be gathering. Or they recommend you don't gather more than 10 or whatever, 25 or 50, wherever you are. The whole factory in California, by the way, let me go back here. By the way, California's got 870 infected, got 16 deaths, right? But guess what? Guess who runs Tesla? Elon Musk. And you can't tell Elon Musk what the hell to do, I guess. I guess the government can't tell Elon Musk what to do, but they can tell you and I what to do. You see what I'm saying? The government can't tell this man who runs this factory what to do, but they can tell you and I what to do. The hypocrisy and the mockery that's taking place in America right now is downright ridiculous, pathetic. And we put these people in office. So he's going to keep the factory open despite the order for the shelter in place. Now, I'm not going to click on that article because I'm going to get pissed off, right? Listen, and then we're talking about people's lives. We're talking about people's lives. Look at this. There's a desperate shortage of ventilators. What does that tell you? That whoever the hell making ventilators about to get a whole bunch of money. Okay? That's what it tells you. So now we start looking for the companies that make ventilators so we can invest in those companies because they about to get a whole bunch of money. Because when there's a shortage, that means there's demand, and when there's demand, somebody has to supply that demand. And whoever supplies that demand gets the money. Just that simple. Everybody put it down on supply and demand. Very simple stuff. All we got to do is learn how to interpret the news. What I did want to click on as well, I found something else. Apple's coming out with some new products. Where's those new products coming from? Probably from China. Those new products. Those products are probably coming from China. So don't think that China is out of business. China is still doing what China does. Look at this. The coronavirus is stretching Facebook to its limits. That's what I wanted to capture today. Look at this, guys. Facebook. Facebook owns a company called WhatsApp, right? So the governments and medical officials are scrambling to provide the public with accurate and timely information about the novel coronavirus. But those efforts are being undermined, they say, by the spread of medical misinformation and fake cures on one of the world's most popular messaging platforms that will be WhatsApp. The interesting thing about WhatsApp is it's an app that you're able to communicate with anybody, and the communication is encrypted. So it can only be read by the sender and the receiver. Everything else is blocked from anybody, supposedly. It's a secure way to communicate. So WhatsApp, which is owned by Facebook, is coming under renewed scrutiny over how it handles misinformation as the coronavirus pandemic rampages across the globe, infecting more than 200,000 people and killing over 8,000, according to the figures compiled by Johns Hopkins University. The platform is being used to spread messages that often contain a mixture of accurate and misleading claims that have been debunked by medical experts. The problem is how so acute that world leaders, look at this, world leaders are urging people to stop sharing unverified information using the app. You know what that says to me? They want to control the message. They want to make sure they remain in control of the message. You can have somebody that's actually in China or Italy or Iran, and they can share with you, listen, you're not over here. I just want to let you know it ain't what you think. It ain't what they've been saying. It ain't what you see is not what's really going on. And they want to say, no, we don't want somebody to be able to provide information that we don't provide. This is nothing but control. Everybody putting guys on control. They want to control the narrative, control the media. They're trying to, again, silence the independent voices who may think or do their own research or whatever the case may be. Man, it's getting real. All right?
Sounds very familiar.
It sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Control at any rate. So yesterday the market was down. We know it was down. We expected it to be down 6%. So the market is falling and falling, just making things more expensive. Less expensive for the companies that you might have been interested in. But guess what, guys? Everything ain't falling. Nordstrom, for some reason, I don't know how the hell Nordstrom was up 5% yesterday. FedEx makes sense, right? They're still in business, doing 5% up yesterday. Extra space storage up. That makes sense, right? People are probably storing things. They might be reducing their, getting rid of some space and putting stuff into a storage space. They, might be moving out of one apartment and into an apartment with somebody else to try to conserve money. These are things that people do. They start to practice group economics. For some reason, they do that during the time, when they have to, but not when it's convenient, not when it's really like choosing to. Now you kind of have to. You kind of have to say, okay, I can't afford this one bedroom, $1,500 a month apartment. I might want to move in, pay $750 into a 2-bedroom apartment with somebody else. It makes sense, right? I got to walk away from this, this large bill that you ain't got no money coming in like I had coming in 2 weeks ago. Kroger, look at this, up 2.76%. So although the market was down, we still had individual companies that did okay. And of course, we have these big companies that are just, this is not the time for them. You start talking about the cruise lines down 26%, Carnival, 26%. And it ain't looking good until the travel ban, right? Until the travel ban gets lifted, people ain't going to be traveling. So you're going to continue to expect airlines, you continue to expect, cruise lines to suffer. This makes sense. So because Kinata is here today, I said, well, let's take a look at this company called Herbalife. So you might not have known, but Herbalife is a publicly traded company. It's a network marketing, nutritional company, and I will find out exactly what it is as we look at it here today. Oh man, we're running short on time. We're gonna go a little bit longer. Hey, those over on Instagram, you're gonna lose this because we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna get this done because I gotta make sure we have this conversation with our guests here. So Herbalife right now is a $25 per share company. Just like anything else in the market, for the most part, it's down for the year, 47% for the year. And I would say it's down even further for 2 reasons. From my understanding of Herbalife. Number one, people don't value nutrition. That's the first thing. Number one. Number two, the people who sell the Herbalife products don't do a good job of selling nutrition. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Number one, people of America do not value nutrition. We see that at the store. You're buying beef. You're buying the pork chops. You're buying the ribs. You're buying the canned food. People in America do not value nutrition. Number two, the people who sell nutrition do not do a good job, as good of a job as Kinata did today, of selling nutrition. Would you guys say here on the Money and Power Show that Kinata did a good job of selling nutrition? And here's how we know she did a good job, because she already got 2 sales. She already has 2 sales. You see? So you got to be good. You got to be knowledgeable. You want to educate people as it relates to the industry that you're in. And she just came on and just shared what she knows and she understands, and she already got 2 sales. Go figure. Let's keep going. So let's find out what Herbalife is. They're a holding company, and they engage in the development and sale of nutrition solutions. It was started by a man named Mark Hughes in 1980, and is gathered in headquartered in the Cayman Islands. Here's the interesting thing: Herbalife as a corporation, right, which houses the nutritional extension of their products, they have actually been hiring over the past 4 years, right? They got more people to help them do more stuff, trending upward. Pretty cool, right? They're a $4.1 billion company in the distribution services industry. They do a good job of distributing all across the world. Their net revenues have actually increased over the past 4 years up through 2018. Their gross income has increased over the past 4 years up to 2018. Their net income has been up and down, right? 260 to 213, back to 296. So something happened in 2017. They had some type of expense that was a little bit bigger than most. It'd be interesting to see that. But anyway, so they look like they're back. Huh?
I said probably the lawsuit.
Oh, it was a lawsuit. Okay, fantastic. All right, so she got some inside information. Here's their balance sheet. Now, this is just on the company itself, like the corporate office. You know what I mean? That includes all the other people that are selling the stuff. The current assets, guys, they got $2.8 billion worth of assets. Their liabilities, no bueno, $3.5 billion worth of liabilities. They're actually underwater as a company as far as the equity or books are concerned. It's not a good sign. I think they're making progress, but where they currently are as far as 2018 numbers concerned, yeah, they got to pay off some debt. They got to get some of this stuff paid off. So they're underwater. We see the last quarter that they preserved in 2019. I like to look at this: $3.1 billion in assets. This is the last quarter that they have, $3.6 billion, right? So they're underwater. Now, for me, it comes down to my rules, right? My rules. They've been around since 1980. That would be 40 years, right? 1990, 2000, 2000. They've been around 40 years. 40 years as a company, and they're underwater. Okay, 40 years as a company, and you owe more than you own. 40 years. It's not 4 years, 40 years. Now, just like with anything, the forecast is going to be a little off because they didn't anticipate the coronavirus coming in or Tenderona coming in. But the analysts are saying, man, this is a $25 company right now per share. We expected it to be at least $40 over the next, when it got to, a year from now. If it just moved up to $50, you're looking at a possible increase of 100%. So Herbalife, and of course, Kinata, with you being Herbalife, you have better insight. What we look at here is that this is a possible growth company, right? It probably don't pay a dividend. I wouldn't imagine that they do. But growth meaning that it can accelerate it's a company that needs to accelerate the appreciation of your portfolio quicker than most. And I don't know about you guys, but if I looked at something, I said, man, this guy has the potential quite possibly to bring me back, to help me double my money in a year from now, it would be something I definitely would probably be looking at. And so, Kinata, I would say, definitely something to put on your watch list. But I would, if I were you, I would be trying to figure out why the hell, what's going on for them to not actually, in 40 years, got to a position where they own more than they owe. Right? Because what happens is if Herbalife, for some reason, I'm not quite sure where they are, we're looking at their finances now. If they were to go out of business, that means that they would not be able to pay their shareholders. They would not pay their shareholders because they couldn't pay their shareholders. And they could barely walk away with it. The founders of the company could barely walk away with money themselves because they got to pay their debts first before they can actually cash out. You seeing this?
I see.
Okay.
I understand. I overstand, excuse me.
All right, fantastic. So I just wanted to do this because she's she's a rep for Herbalife. That's a part of what she does. But there's other things that I don't know why this thing not coming up. I want to see the chart. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. It's been around. I did not know they've been around for 40 years, by the way. I'm trying to get this thing to, can I get a, so here's what they look like 10 years. They kind of had a spike up in 2016. And they're down now. So anyway, so that's a little take on Herbalife, guys. I'm not gonna go too much into it. I just want to provide her with some information to help her, and then anybody else that might be interested in it in Herbalife as well, or you might be interested in actually adding this and not only just buying their products, but might quite possibly selling their products as well. But Keanu, what else do you do? Because it's not just Herbalife. And I talked to you about this when it came to branding. I said, Herbalife could be a part of what you do. It doesn't have to be all that you do because you're more than Herbalife, right? Everybody putting down, so I'm more than enough. You are more than Herbalife. So talk to us a little bit about what else that you do.
Okay, guys. So I'm actually working on an app, and my app is called Life. And that's also a piece of what I do. I do a lot of things, but they're all in that health industry. So Life is actually Life is actually like a Uber Eats, but only for healthy food only. So it could be other Herbalife clubs because we do have clubs. Like I have a satellite club where I actually go out and deliver, or sometimes people come in the shakes that I make, or it's not just shakes. I also make protein waffles out of the shakes, as long as fit bowls, what I call, which is like oatmeal with protein and fruit toppings and smoothie bowls. And so I do a lot of, I turn Herbalife into my own type of recipe. And there are other clubs that do that as well. I'm not the only one. You can Google some and some that aren't Googleable, but I got a list of everybody. So basically, Life will connect.
Hold up, Keanu. Let me back you up.
Am I going too fast?
No, you're not going too fast. You just again get back to marketing. You are the only one. Even if you aren't the only one, you're the best one. Okay. We don't do that. You are the best one. Okay. All right.
Let me get to my conclusion.
No need to include anybody else when it comes to you and what you're doing and what you're providing. Because here's the deal: many of us would never even heard about it had you not talked about it today. So you are the only one, and you're the best one.
Well, thank you.
Okay, let's keep going.
So Life will actually be like a Uber Eats for Herbalife as well as other healthy restaurants in the area. That's what Life is focusing on. Then I also go focus on my actual nutritional satellite club, which is called Body Fortress. Body Fortress is where I do my meal preps as well as where I also distribute other Herbalife products. But my meal preps, I prep according to your goals. So if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, I make the healthy meal for you. I also take in consideration your lifestyle. So if you work more, or if you do a more physical type of work, I would probably give you more carbs and protein versus the person who's more stationary, who works from a cubicle or don't get to move at all or that much. They would probably get more high healthy fats and high vegetables versus the carbs and the fat and the protein. Excuse me, the carbs and the protein.
All right, fam.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. So Body Fortress, and then you say you got Life, which is an app and stuff like that. Let me ask you this: there's some people that are joining us here today who are not in the local area. So how could they do business with you?
If you're out of the state, I have not gotten that far yet. But if you're in the state, but just in a further city, I do deliver.
Okay. So that's what we got to start working on, right? Got to figure out, okay, how can I reach a new market, right? What do I need to do to be able to take what I'm doing, or a portion of what I'm doing, or some of what I'm doing, that could then be translated where no matter where you are, you can do business with me, right?
Okay.
All right, and that can go.
So as far as I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
As far as the actual products go, like clothes products such as this, which is aloe vera, I put it in my tea. It helps with the digestive system, but without that laxative type of feeling. It's just like a natural go. But things that are in clothes products like that, like even my teas, I figured out a way to ship this because I contract with a company. But the food, so to speak, my meal preppings is what I have not figured out how to ship.
That's fine. So okay. So there are some ways that people can do business with, just not the food way. So you went to one part of your business, right? So now you're saying, hey, so let's talk about the tea. So you got that box of tea. You're saying that, hey, no matter where you are, if you want to get this box, which is the half tea, half cleanse, half detox, right?
Have cleanse, have parasite remover.
Okay, I'm sorry. Half cleanse, half parasite remover. They could order that no matter where they are, and they can get that delivered to their door.
Yes.
How much is it?
It's $3.65 for shipping, and then the product itself is $10.
The whole product, the whole box is $10?
Yes.
Okay, I thought you said what's the other 10? I thought you said something else was 10. I thought I was spending $20 a day.
The other $10 goes to the detox. So I'm gonna break it back down. This is the cleanse for $10. The detox is a drink. So it's like a smoothie almost, but that's the one that's gonna make you go to the bathroom. But that's what you want.
Yeah, that's
And
what I want to be on the bathroom like this.
yeah, so that's $10 for a bottle.
Okay, so I'm coming to get my cleanse, and I'm coming to get my detox, and then I'm coming to get Jen's cleanse. So that's 30.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So the cleanse can be shipped out.
Yes, the cleanse can be shipped.
The detox is actually just a drink. That's not able to be shipped at this time.
I can't ship that one yet.
All right, cool. All right, got you. Now, how if someone's here today and they say, I want to go ahead and get that cleanse, I want to go ahead and start, doing something good for my body, how can they order today?
They would just send me their email, and then I would send them an invoice through that email, and then once they pay the $13.65, I'll just ship it.
All right, so how do they get in touch with you?
You can actually I can give you my number, or you can look at me on Instagram, either or. But my number.
We're gonna go to Instagram. I'm pretty sure people can go on Instagram. Let's find out what your Instagram is. We're gonna put it up here for people to be able to follow you.
Okay. How do you do that?
What's the Instagram?
It's my name, QUIKNODDA.
Mm-hmm. That's it?
That's it.
All right. Right there? That's right?
I don't see anything. But you're talking about this little dash right here. Yes.
You see it? Okay. Fantastic. So you can follow her there. Guys, if you follow her, she does, everything's pretty much about nutrition. You'll see the meals that she preps for people in the local area. You can reach out to her, get your cleanse if you want to get your cleanse. So you can start to, do something smart with this 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 months. I don't know how long it's going to be. Do something smart with it. Do something to protect yourself. Everybody putting guys on defense. Do something to keep yourself healthy. Okay? Do something to keep yourself healthy.
One more thing I want to show y'all.
I'm gonna catch up on these comments, man. Sleek saucy ass, man. Why DoorDash not on stock market? They ain't got there yet, right? You got to go. They go from private to public. They're still maybe working on it, and it's probably not a good time for them to go public right now because they may be you're limited in the funds that they're bringing in. Companies like DoorDash, absolutely supply and demand, absolutely control, absolutely control. It's all about control, right? Wasn't Herbalife started by Dick Gregory? I remember when he was the only spokesperson for that. Oh wow. It wasn't started. They always had a spokesperson. They had Dick Gregory as a spokesperson. They had Jim Rome as a spokesperson. They had some pretty popular people come in, be spokesperson for the product itself. Yet Kroger and Publix is still open in South Carolina. Absolutely. They want you. You're going to get that food now. They ain't going to More than enough. Absolutely. More than enough. Absolutely. More than enough. Absolutely. Yeah, you should connect with Black and Mobile for delivery if they are in your area. That way you can concentrate on the product versus the delivery portion. Absolutely. Yeah. You start
thanks.
you don't have to do the delivery. Absolutely. As you build this thing out. Great suggestion, Miss Allison's up now. Yeah, you're the best. Better than all the rest. That's right. You're the best. Look at all the support. You are the best one. Right? So I got to travel to Atlanta. Okay, he said, I don't mind. If I got to come to Atlanta to get what I need, I'm gonna get what I need. I need that. Is that bottle for one day or a week supply?
It's one day.
So one day.
But it's one large bottle. Now you can take it based off of how you feel what you have to do, but you can split it into two and just take half the bottle. Do you want me to show you what size the bottle look like?
Absolutely, because I'm gonna be over here today sipping on my detox.
Okay.
I don't know what y'all gonna do. I can't tell you. I don't know what y'all gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure my body is clean as I can as I can learn or know how to clean it to make sure that my body is practicing optimally for defense. I ain't playing offense right now. I'm playing defense, and this is what's necessary. I'm gonna spend my little $20. I'm gonna be like this, watching y'all get.
Thank you. So this is the size of the bottle, as you see. Let me tell you what I put all in here. So I add apple fiber complex.
I'm gonna get 2 of those bottles too. I'm gonna get another one of those bottles too. But go ahead.
Okay. So I add apple fiber complex, which is actually just the fiber you need, what you would naturally find in the apple, and it also helps you go. I actually add a scoop of probiotics per bottle, so that is 1 billion. Yes, 1 billion little bugs of probiotics in each bottle. You can take half the bottle if you want to, and it'll still work just as well if you want to try to stretch it out over 2 days. I personally go ahead and drink the whole bottle, but other people have done half and half, and it still works just the same. So it just depends on how strong you want it to be.
I'm
But
going all in. So let me ask you this. All right. Did you say I need to cleanse first before I do can I do the detox today? When I get that, can I just go ahead and do the detox?
You can get it today. I would want you to go ahead and finish the cleanse though before you take it.
Oh, can I refrigerate the detox?
Yes, you can. You can put it in the refrigerator or the freezer, either or.
How's it taste?
It won't go bad. It tastes good. It tastes. That's why I use apple fiber complex to actually give it a flavor, so it won't taste like all you taste is vegetables. Because mostly what I put in here are vegetables, but you do have a sweet taste. It's going to taste kind of similar to what you're drinking now, but more of the apple flavor.
Can you put some pineapple in mine?
Pineapples come in it. It's right. Pears and pineapple are the 2 fruits that I use. Everything else is vegetables.
All right. I can't take it today. I got to wait 7 days. How long is it?
It's 10 days. But you can take it. You can take it on your 9th day.
I'm gonna take half today. I ain't playing with you. I want to taste this thing. I'm looking forward. Okay. You got me all excited to detox. You're gonna tell me I gotta wait. Who are you?
And one more thing I wanted to tell you guys about. This is called Best Defense. It's I have a lot of immunity products that Herbalife provides. Now we sold out of a lot, but I got a few in before they started selling out, and they're actually getting ready to shut the warehouse down because of this craziness going on. But this is only $13, and what you do is you put like a little tablet in your tea. I only use half, so I cut them in half because that's all you need. And it's 10 tablets in here, so you basically have 20 servings. And you put them in your tea, it fizzes up like an Alka-Seltzer. And it's basically just providing you with a lot of vitamin C. Vitamin C will help you fight off sicknesses and illnesses before you get them. It kind of doesn't work as well after you get it. So you want to provide your body with the defense system before you get attacked, not afterwards.
Okay, fantastic. So, 1 second. All right, so Man, I appreciate you, sister. Ever since we met, I've been like, yeah, I've known, and I do this all the time when I come across such extraordinary people. Everybody put in the comments, "Oh, you got something special." So everybody put in the comments, "Oh, you got something special." We're gonna lift a sister up, man, who's out here building, creating, designing. Right? She's what I call future by design. She's creating the life that she wants to live, and while making a contribution to society and the community at large. You got something special. And so I want to encourage you today to continue along your journey, continue building, continue creating, continue manifesting, and putting in the work, right? And not just dreaming, right? But putting in the work day in and day out, slowly but surely, and it comes much faster than you think. Let me say that again. Day in, day out, slowly but surely, but it comes much faster than you think. You got something special. You say, hey, we got people asking the question out here. Are they serious about this detox? What's the expectancy of the detox? How long does it take? Does it stay fresh? Do you have to refrigerate?
It stays fresh. I did an experiment on my own. Yes, you do have to refrigerate, but it stays fresh about 13 days. It's really the 13 days, so 2 weeks, but 13 days.
All right, man. So anyway, look at that. Loki Saucy said, man, you got something special. All right. Vivian Reed said, Kinata, you got something special.
Well, right. Thank you, everyone.
You got something special. Any last words for the peeps here today on the Money and Power Show? Our special presentation on your health is your wealth, focusing on nutrition. You got any last words for the peeps here today, Ms. Kinata?
All I can say is, despite what's going on, guys, do not get distracted from whatever it is that you're supposed to do. We are human, so sometimes we will worry. Do not give into the hype. Whoever you pray to, your God, you got to put trust in that higher being, okay? Because this whole thing is really just to throw people into a distraction and for somebody else's gain, something that we can't talk about on live right now. But that's okay. You guys know who you are, and then you know that you will overcome.
That's right. You know that we shall overcome. We shall overcome. All right, beautiful.
We work together, guys.
Thanks for joining us here today on the Money and Power Show, man. I hope you had a good time. Thanks so much for your support. Again, if anybody's saying, you want to get some of that detox or that cleanse or whatever, we got the Instagram up right now. Go ahead and follow her right now. Don't do it later because you'll forget. Do it now, right? You'll forget. Do it now. Right? I had somebody yesterday, I said, hey, man, I just need some YouTube subscribers. You know what she said? She said, I'll subscribe later. I knew it wasn't going to happen. Whenever you put the term later on something that you could do now, it tells me it's not going to happen because it would have took 2 seconds to say, I'm done. Subscribe. This is I'll subscribe later. I thought to myself, I know it's not going to happen. And this is what the problem is with many people. I'll do it later turns into never. How many guys got dreams and goals and aspirations? You said, I'll do it later. Never happened. It's been 20 years of doing it later. Do it now. Get it out the way. You ain't got to think about it later because it's already done. Complete. Well, beautiful people, I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of the new Black Wall Street. The new Black Wall Street.